Sanbonani guys, welcome back to yet another video. You guys, Queen Modjadji has, buzzing around. There has been like a lot of noise. I saw before this series actually came out, they invested a lot of marketing, or they put in a lot of marketing into this whole Queen Modjadji. Now, I was skeptical of watching it. I'll tell you why. I was skeptical of watching Queen Modjadji because I watched the old one that used to play on SABC 1. And I thought to myself, what's the use of watching it? But because FOMO, guys, fear of missing out, and everyone has been speaking about Queen Modjadji, I was just like, I might be late to the party, but you know what? Let me go ahead and watch it. And listen, guys, I went to go and watch it, and all I can say is that from the acting on par, guys, everything seems to be on par from episode 1, you guys. The storyline, the actors, the actresses, how they kept everything so cultural in a sense. Like they didn't try and urbanize or modernize rather this new one so much in comparison to the old one. I honestly think that they truly represented the Malobedu tribe very well. So let me just give you the recap of episode 1 of Queen Modjadji, you guys, if you have watched it. So this episode starts off with the king. The king's name is Mambo Mugodu, and he is in the mountain, guys, doing or making some sorts of sacrifices to his people, to his ancestors, to bring down rain. And then he's got this daughter who doesn't seem to be the favorite Tsukutini. So this daughter, Tsukutini, she is not the favorite daughter, and quite frankly, Umambo hates this daughter. The reason why he hates this daughter or he doesn't like this daughter is because Tsukutini is the result of an arranged marriage. So he was married to a certain woman who was also from kingship or the royal family. It was an arranged marriage, and they had a child, and the child's name was Tsukutini. And because he did not love the mother, you know that saying of, if a man doesn't love the child, if a man loves the woman, he will love the children. If he doesn't love the woman, he will not love the child or the children. I guess it's the same type of thing, because he doesn't like this child. She doesn't have the same privileges as opposed to her older sister, who is Kiale. Kiale is the beloved daughter, guys. She is loved by Mambo. She is known as the obedient daughter, that there's literally nothing she would ever do to betray her father. That is Ukiale, you guys. Now, you know what's said about this, you guys, is that Queen Modjadji is actually a true story. That the stories, the series, the sitcoms that are created around the Rain Queen is actually a true story. So for me, it's quite wild that really there was a father, like down in centuries, who intentionally and showed it so well that there was children that he loved amongst his own children than the others. But I guess in kingship, in the royal family, it's like that. They honor the king's word. So I mean, maybe they don't even take it that deeply when the king loves other children more than the other. I don't know, you guys. So anyway, while he's offering sacrifices before his king, or before the ancestors, it looks like he's offering just like Cain's offering is rejected. It's rejected, and rain does not come out. So rain does not come down, rather. So everyone in the land is crying and complaining that there hasn't been water, the animals are dying. Like, it is just a dire and a sad situation in the land. So the king is now feeling pressure that it looks like he's not performing his duties as the king. Because one of the duties, or one of the things the king is known for, is to bring down rain. So he says that he feels that he's not shedding enough blood to satisfy the ancestors. And then he has this traditional healer, or should I say a traditional seer, who is very close to him. It seems like this traditional seer, the ancestors speak through him, and he then carries word out to Mambo. So this traditional seer sees a vision that basically he sees a vision where Mambo's sons are plotting. They are having a meeting and they're plotting to dethrone him and they're plotting to kill him. The reason why they want to dethrone him and kill him because they quite frankly feel like he's not bringing down rain, he's not making a difference. So they want to gather influence and influence other people to dethrone him and then later kill him. Then, like the faithful servant that he is to the king, he wakes up, he goes to the king, and he relays this dream or this vision rather that he had. He tells Mambo that, listen, I had a vision where your sons were planning to dethrone you and kill you. What Mambo does, guys, he gets up and he hunts down. You know what is hunt? Like you are hunting animals. He hunts down every single one of his sons and kills them with his bare hands, you guys. And I thought that he's at least gonna do it in secrecy, you guys. That maybe there was just that they were gonna drop dead like one by one, or they were gonna go missing, and no one was gonna really know. But to my surprise, guys, he does it in the public, Pamgwabantu, in front of Pamgwabantu. So he kills like all of them, and like we see this scene where his sons are like on the ground, like dead flies, you guys. You know that if you've read the Bible before, that scene where Pharaoh was killing all the sons which were underneath a certain age in the land. And the Bible says that, you know, there was a crying in the land and mothers were crying. It was a very similar scene where mothers are crying for their sons and for their children, but Mambo has killed all of them because they wanted to dethrone him and kill him. Now, a very gruesome thing, you guys. I'm just like, nah, there's no way. Like, you don't even give your sons a chance to explain anything. You decide which you're going to delete and eliminate every one of them because they want to compete with you. So that's basically what he does. And then he notices that, remember how this links, guys. Remember, he's on the mountain when the scene or when the episode starts. He's on the mountain offering an offering that is rejected before his people, and he thinks that it's rejected because there's not enough blood that he is sacrificing. So when he gets this vision from the seer, he then connects it to say, oh, okay, because my sacrifice was not accepted. This means the fact that the seer saw this vision, this means that the blood of my sons is really going to be the thing that satisfies the older people, the elders, and that's what's going to bring about rain. So once he sacrifices each and every one of them, mind you, one of his wives, guys, on the night where he killed all of his sons, one of his wives bears a son. And what happens is that Utsukutini, she is sleeping at night and she's hearing cries. She's hearing people, you know, crying and screaming. The king was killing his sons. She runs to another hut or to another type of compound. She runs there and then she gets one of her stepmothers and she tells him what's going on, that listen, the king has killed all of his sons. Then the stepmother's like, oh, that means because she just bore a son, the king was going to come, and if he had heard or received word that the child is a son or a male, the child would have been killed as well. So they then instruct Utukutimi to take the child to another set of huts or to another compound, and the child was going to be hidden. I'm guessing that the child was or is going to be grown up as a servant. And yeah, that's exactly what she does, because Ukiale could not, the hut that she goes into, Kiale's there, and they knew Utu Kiale could not lie to her father because she loves her father. So the job was then placed on Utukitimi's shoulders to then do the work. So once the king has killed and eliminated all his sons, so he believes, he notices that there's still no rain after his deeds. So he doesn't understand because he feels like he did according to what he was led to do, and there's still no rain. And then the same traditional healer gets a word, or traditional seer rather. He gets a word while he's in his ndumba, or whatever you want to call it. He gets a word again from the elders that King Mambo needs to sleep with his favorite daughter. And this favorite daughter will then bear a girl who will then become a rainmaker, who will then become a queen. So then, guys, he then goes and tells Mambo that, listen, this is the message that I've got for you. Mambo obviously struggles to accept this, you guys, because Ukiale is his favorite daughter, and it's a very difficult thing for him to do. He's also struggling with the fact of the communication that the next queen will be, or the next ruler will be a queen, because the ones who preceded him, the last 3 or 5 kings, I think he said, or rulers were male. So he feels somehow of changing the whole narrative and making a queen or a woman, a rainmaker, or as a ruler again. And then anyway, he tells one of the women to prepare a hut so that he can get ready to conceive. So I think that woman is his sister, or he's the right, like one of the, I don't know what she is. I guess in the upcoming episodes we'll see what that woman was, because I don't think she's the wife, because the way she has so much access to the king and speak to the king, yeah, she doesn't appear to be the wife for me. I am thinking she's related to the queen, so to the king. So for now, let's just say the sister of. So Umambo tells his sister to prepare a hut for him, because he's about to get the deed done. So she asks Uti, like, okay, who's the deed gonna be done with? And then he's like, Ukiale. And then she's like, okay, I don't know. I don't know that there's any lobola that is taken out for Ukiale. So and as long as she's not married, then she's not allowed to lie or lay with a man. And then he says no, that Ukiale is actually gonna sleep with him. And then she rebukes him and asks him, like, what cruel thing is this? And he says that it's from the ancestors. And she's basically like, this is just beyond. Like, what type of message is this? And all of that. So she tries and fights it. And he then, the king, Umambo, while he's speaking to his sister, he says that the seer said that the woman that the daughter I'm to lie with has the name of one of the queens, who has now become an ancestor to them years back. And then the sister realizes that no, actually the king got it wrong. The daughter that is supposed to bear a queen, who's going to be a rainmaker, who bears the name of one of the past queens, is actually not the favorite daughter Ukiale, but it is actually the hated daughter Utukutini. So meaning that he is then supposed to lie with Utukutini, and Utukutini is supposed to bear a daughter who's then supposed to be a rainmaker. So anyway, the king then sees fit that he's going to do it his way, because remember when the seer came, the seer said Ukiale. So now he then takes it that no, it's not Ukiale. I can see how he can easily, side with the fact that it is not Ukiale, because I mean he did not want to even lie with Ukiale, because he loves that daughter of his. So he then agrees, Utukutini then is the one, and then Utukutini is then told by the sister, whoever this woman is, Uti, listen, girl, you are the chosen one. You are the chosen one, and you are to be a rainmaker who is to be a queen, but you are supposed to make the sacrifice for your people and lie with your father. Obviously, Utukitini, it's hard for her to accept this, because I mean, already her father treats her like an outsider. But the lady, the woman, explains to Utukutini of why she's treated like that, and that's because she is the result of an arranged marriage, but goes on to explain to her that she's going to have to make the sacrifices for her people because, people before her ancestors, made sacrifices for them, and she is to lead in those steps as well. So anyway, Utukutini, she's like, what, for the sake of her mother, of the sake of fixing her mother's household, her mother's heart, she's gonna do this because she's thinking in her head, once she bears obviously this child, she's gonna get privileges that her sister Ukiale has, so the king says. So she lies with her father, you guys, and she bears a child. And she's pregnant, and she's taken to the safety hut, to the safety place, up until she is due. And then when it's almost the time and she's due, Umambo, in the night when he's sleeping, he has a dream. And when he has a dream, he sees one of their ancestors, I guess, or one of their people. And in the dream, this person is standing by the door, 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And how Mambo interprets that, he interprets that there's good news that is about to come, and then there's bad news that is about to come. That there's about to be celebration in the land, and there's about to be curses in the land, blessings in the land and curses in the land. Only to find that, guys, Utukutuni bears a child. When she bears a child, guys, only to find out that she bears a boy and not a girl. Now, when they come and give news to the king, Uguti, listen, Utukitimi has given birth, but she has given birth to a son. The king, Umambo, is furious. He's angry. He's furious with the CA. He's like, how could you have gotten it wrong? You said I was going to be a girl. Like, where's the girl? And now Umambo then, he then commands Utukutimi's newborn baby needs to be put to death because he's a male, and I guess he doesn't want anyone who's going to threaten to take his seat or anything like that. And that's basically how it ends, you guys. Utukitini bears a son, and yeah, it is said that the child is made to be killed. Now, that's how it ends. I don't know if the child ends up getting killed. I don't know if they get to hide the son as well, because this would be the second son that's been hidden. I think that's what's going to happen. But that is the recap of episode 1, you guys. Listen, they kept us glued to our screens. Before I even watched episode 1, when I saw it was 50 minutes long, I was just like, it's so long. But when I watched it, you guys, it didn't even feel like 50 minutes. That's how they kept us glued to our screen this whole time. So kudos to them. Kudos to the production team. I mean, they have done well. I am looking forward to see and watch episode 2, even though I am a bit behind. I think episode 3 is supposed to be coming out now, but I will catch up, you guys. Tell me, what did you think about Queen Modjadji, you guys? Did you enjoy it? Yeah, tell me what you think about it. And if you do, or if you are familiar with Malobedu, do you think that they were represented well? Do you think that the language, the actors that were chosen, did they articulate, the language well? Yeah, tell me what you think about it. I saw Ukendi was there. Ukendu is from Bulobedu as well. I saw a lot of great actors who were there, and I was just like, I love it for them. So tell me, what did you guys think about episode 1? Please do make sure you like the video. Please do subscribe. It is absolutely for free of charge, and I'll see you guys on the next one.